over a year, the Austrian capital has been the diplomatic center of the world. The Congress of Vienna convened to divide up the remains of the Napoleonic Empire. Napoleon himself, defeated, forced to abdicate, and exiled to the island of Elba. With the arrival of the French delegates, all of Europe's monarchies are represented. France safely returned to the royalist camp with a Bourbon king again on the throne. The interests of France and of the other monarchies are now identical. To set the clock back to that cozy world of the past, before there was a Napoleon or a French Revolution. To make Europe safe for real kings, monarchs with real pedigrees. The Congress is not only the political, but the social event of the age.
The Countess will be heartbroken not to see you at her reception. She's giving it in honor of Monsieur Talleyrand. She'll think you're snubbing the French if you don't show up.
My dear George, I've already been to 3 receptions in honor of Monsieur Talleyrand. At least 1 in honor of every other member of the French delegation. 2 in honor of Louis XVIII, King of France. 2 in honor of the King's brother. I've been to receptions in honor of every single French man, woman, or child, with the exception of Napoleon Bonaparte.
It was quite a different story when Bonaparte was winning, wasn't it? He wasn't so graceful to his enemies.
Indeed. But then we are gentlemen, and he was an upstart. Check.
Did you hear about Napoleon?
What happened?
What's going on?
He's escaped from his island.
Who's escaped?
Ladies and gentlemen, Napoleon has escaped from Elba.
He must be trying to cross over to Switzerland, or perhaps Italy.
Do you want to know what I think? I think he's going straight to Paris. Checkmate.
Paris? That's madness.
You're right. The whole French army is under royal commanders. He'll be shot by the first garrison he runs into.
He'll never make it alive.
Napoleon is indeed on the road to Paris. Royal garrisons block the highways, so he travels the back roads. Though his march north has so far been unopposed, he cannot much longer hope to avoid towns and royalist troops.
You there?
Yes, sir.
Where are we? How far is Grenade?
About an hour or so away, sir.
Where are you going, you two?
We're going home, sir.
So am I.
This is it, sire. There's infantry across the road up ahead. You'd better get back till we see what happens.
What regiment is it?
The 5th.
All right. Tell the men to swap arms.
But, sire...
This is my army. The 5th Regiment. Colonel Langeau, Major Gérard, Colonel Clouseau. If they want to shoot me, let's get it over with right now.
Stop, sire, stop!
Go back.
Sound assembly! Fall in, men! Fall in! Let's go!
Fire! Soldiers of the 5th Regiment, do you recognize me?
Fire! Did you hear me? I gave you an order! Fire, I said! Fire, I told you! Fire, soldiers!
Soldiers of France! If you want to kill your emperor, here I am!
Long live the emperor! Long live the emperor is here. The emperor is in the village. He's on the way to Paris.
You have a right to know. I have come back to bring peace, not war. We have had enough wars. You are good people, and you have done your share for your country. I have come back to do what I can, to protect each and every countryman against the enemy. I shall protect your property.
We don't want any more wars.
No, there will be no more wars. I know how you have suffered. I, too, have a wife and a small son who are coming to join me. I, too, want only to live here in peace. So does my wife. And so does my son. And so does my father-in-law, the Emperor of Austria. And Alexander of Russia, who is my friend. We all want peace. There will be peace.
Until this moment, he was an escaped outlaw. He's become a reigning prince again. Listen to the people. His people. He's an emperor again. Listen to them.
Bandits returned to France. He's on his way to Paris.
Here.
Oh,
Bandits, the emperor.
We are firmly resolved not to lay down our arms until we crush Napoleon Bonaparte, who by his reappearance in France has upset the peace of the world. Our aim is Paris. We will move in 3 columns simultaneously towards the French frontiers. 15,000 of our...
To the Austrians, to all of France's former enemies who fought Napoleon for 15 long years, it seems as if the nightmare is about to begin again. As Allied troops are alerted, it is hoped that war can be avoided. But one thing above all is clear. Napoleon can no longer be allowed to threaten the peace of Europe. He must be destroyed. Prussians, Austrians, Russians, Dutch, all put military contingency plans into action as the escapee from Elba moves through the valley of the Loire toward an anxious Paris.
I don't know. I'm sure of Austria. And not just because the Emperor is my father-in-law. I'm fairly sure of the Tsar Alexander. As for the rest, I just don't know. All I do know is that I must have peace. Something happened while I was away. Their feeling of national patriotism has to be built up again. Then we can reconquer what is rightfully ours. Belgium and the Rhine.
But Your Majesty.
Louis XVIII, age 60, King of France by grace of God and Allied bayonets, suffers from gout, overweight, and indecision.
Where is he?
Not very far. A day's ride away, sire.
What's that? Here, let me see it.
Some wag stuck it on the railing of the Place Vendôme.
Dear Louis, please don't send me any more soldiers. I've got all I need, signed Napoleon. How amusing. The magic of the man. So much blood, so many young lives sacrificed for nothing. And still they run to him.
Your Majesty, let's stay here and fight. The Parisians are with us. They don't want him. They've been happier in the last 10 months under your reign than they've been for 25 years.
There is no chance. There's no contest. He has the army, we don't. He has the people, we don't.
But, Your Majesty, he doesn't have the people.
Right. We'll go abroad.
Oh, no, Your Majesty.
Oh, I'm used to exile. My children, I'm deeply touched by your concern. But spare me. I lack the strength.
Napoleon's a swine. But it At least he'd never give up like that.
Sire, the king has left Paris, fled abroad.
We can get to Fontainebleau tonight and be in Paris tomorrow morning.
We'll go now.
It's far, sire.
We'll go now.
Emperor's near Paris! Emperor's near Paris! Read all about it! Emperor's near Paris! Emperor near Paris! Paper, please. Long live the king! Long live the king! Long live
There is still middle-class support for the king, but the overwhelming majority of the people is with Napoleon, their emperor returned. The question, how long will they continue to be spellbound by his magic? How long can it last? Louis' support